that one kind of changed in the third quarter? Just what you see during that stretch?
We didn't get stops. I think they outscored us 30-something to 25 in that quarter. They got to the free throw line. They hit threes. They got second chance opportunities. They did a little bit of everything, and we didn't get enough stops and get out on the break enough in that quarter.
Yeah, and just big picture, I mean, I think you guys were third in the West on January 1st. Do you feel like it should have come to this where you had to do the play-in thing and go into single elimination?
Ideally, we would have took care of business and been able to solidify a top 6 seed, but that wasn't our reality. Obviously, we had some injuries. We had some things that we couldn't control that affected us, a 10-game losing streak, and I thought, considering all of those things, I thought we battled. We gave ourselves a chance to potentially have a home game, and we came up short. But credit them, they played a really good game. They executed, and they did enough to win. But for us, we got a lot to work on, and obviously health was a big part of, our lack of success down the stretch.
And you've tried to downplay the thumb all year. We saw how you played in December, early in January. Just how much do you think it affected your play these past few months?
It affected it a lot. I'll probably get surgery next week. I needed surgery 3 months ago on it, and I delayed it to try to help our team get to the playoffs, and we came up short. I hurt my shoulder. That's why I was playing with the long sleeve on, and I'll get that looked at on Monday. But, I was doing all I could to try to help the team and to try to give us, positive contributions. And I would like to play better tonight, but that wasn't the reality for us. And I did all I could and gave it everything I had. And now we'll go back to the doctors and see what I have to do to get ready for next season.
And you guys, took pride all year just being able to fight through adversity and get over all of the stuff. But just how tough was it to get over just how much you guys had to go through this season?
Yeah, it wasn't ideal, man, but adversity builds character, and we went through a lot of different levels of adversity this season from, starting off really well, number one in the West to, B.I. getting hurt and then Z going down and, losing a lot of games in a row, being under 500, having to battle back. And then I think we won 9 of our last 12, 9 of our last 13 if you include the loss tonight. And, we showed a lot of resolve. And I think this season was a testimony to a lot of players working hard and developing, getting better. Obviously, Trey Murphy got a lot better throughout the season, and it showed a lot of growth. Obviously, B.I. took another step, and Herb, and it gave us a chance for younger guys to contribute and show their development and growth. And I think that was a positive you can take out of this season. Now, obviously, we'd like to make the playoffs. We'd like to be more healthy this season. But that wasn't our reality. And I think if you look at the growth that we had, we took steps in the right direction. You look at the Laker loss, the Houston Rockets loss, losing to Orlando Magic twice. Some games that, could have changed our season and put us in a better position and not have to play in this game tonight. But that's a part of growth and being a young team, and hopefully we can look back on those moments and grow for next season.
And I know you probably heard this number a million times, but, you, Zion, and B only played 10 games together this season. Just how much are you going to look back at this season and wonder what could have been if everybody could have stayed healthy?
Yeah, if you would have told me we was going to play 10 games together this season and win 42 games, I would have said that's crazy. But, for us to be successful in the future and in the long term, we got to be able to play together. We need our best players on the court. We need to be able to play extensive minutes together, especially in meaningful games and big games, and really showcase what we have to offer. And for us to contend for a championship and make a real playoff run, that's what it's going to take.
You could have just packed it in with the injury. Affected your shot, affected your handle. Why was it important for you to say, that's not what I'm going to do, I'm going to play?
Yeah, I think throughout my career, I've always been the type of player to do whatever it takes to help the team. I could have took the easy way out and got surgery and sat and watched, but I'm not that type of person, I'm not that type of player. Even though it affected my performance, some nights I never made excuses. I just go compete and do the best that I can, and I always try to lead by example. And I think, for me, it wasn't the type of injury that would, damage my career. In the future, it's something that can be addressed, and I'll be able to perform the way that I'm accustomed to performing. So that was the first thing, speaking to the doctors was, what does this look like for my future? And then the shoulder just happened. I don't know how it happened, but I talked to the doctors, and they were comfortable with me continuing to play. Obviously, doing more treatment and stuff like that, and trying to make sure I could lift my arm over my head. But it affected, the follow through with the thumb, and then the shoulder combination of maybe having to get surgery on that too. But they assured me it wasn't something that would affect me long term. It's something that I can address, and I was comfortable with it. But it wasn't ideal for me to have a thumb that needs surgery on my shooting hand and play with a splint for 3 months. It's unfortunate, but I don't make excuses. I'll be better next season, and I'll be healthy, and I look forward to that.
Just look at this game, 15 points, 14 shots, that last play. Can you walk us through that last minute? Just the miscommunications that Coach Green did, that was his word, and how that just unfolded.
Which play are you referring to?
That last minute, you had 2 inbounds on their end, and then the very last inbound play at the end of the season where Herb threw it. Was there just miscommunication? Y'all looking at something different for that last play?
I think he just threw it hard, just a little harder than I expected, and the ball went out of bounds. But the game wasn't decided on that play. It was 2 seconds left. I was going to shoot it from half court and maybe make it, maybe not. But the game was lost throughout the game. Offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities, transition baskets we gave up, turnovers that led to easy baskets. That's where the game was lost on. We didn't lose the game on the inbound play.
Gotcha. And most of these pressers, Coach Green comes in, he's complimentary of the locker room, tries to explain what y'all are going through. First time we've asked, how would you judge on, just give Coach Green, what would you say about how he's handled the chaos of the season, how he got y'all to this point?
Chaos, wow. I think he's done an admirable job of being consistent. He's always consistent with his approach, his attitude, his spirit. He takes accountability when things don't go well on himself, and we take accountability as players. And I thought he did a tremendous job of preparing us and getting us ready and really approaching the game the way that we should approach it. And, for us as players, we got to go compete. The coaches can only do so much. They draw up the play. You got to execute it. They can't rebound. They can't box out for you. They can't go guard the other team's players, and they can't make shots for you. So I think, they did an admirable job and did the best they could with the hand they were dealt throughout the season.
Long season, anything you wish would have went maybe underappreciated that we should be highlighting, things that you wish that people knew more about this team and what they went through?
I think he said it. Z, B.I., and myself played 10 games together this season. So it was a tough year where, your top players don't play over a combined, 70 games, 29 and however many B.I. played. It's difficult to compete at a high level and to sustain a high level of play when you're missing, those types of players. But I think the credit goes to the rest of the staff and the rest of the players for staying ready and developing and getting better and putting us in position to potentially make the playoffs and have a winning season for the first time since 2017.
It was like just seeing B.I.'s evolution and he turned into,
Yeah, he's a guy who really enjoys playing the game of basketball. He studies film. He works on his craft. Before practice, after practice, he's getting his lifts in. He takes the game very seriously. And you can see, what the game means to him and how he's been able to slowly elevate and slowly, take steps in the right direction. But it was beautiful to watch when he returned and got into rhythm. It was a really, really cool experience for all of us, and it helped us, transition from losing a lot of games to winning a lot of games.
Despite the thumb, the shoulder, you set a career high in threes made, assists, rebounds. On a personal level, would you say it was a successful season despite the outcome of the team as a whole? Are you surprised that this is a career high in threes made?
I shoot a lot of middies, so no, I'm not surprised. In terms of the season, I need some more time to really think about it, but I like to compete in the playoffs. This is the first year that I won't be playing in the playoffs, so I think in my eyes, it was a success because I did all I could do to play, given the circumstances. I did my best to prepare and to show up every night and play 75 games, basically half of them with a messed up thumb and another handful of games with a messed up shoulder. but I did all I could, and I think our team, from a preparation standpoint, we did all we could. We competed, we fought hard every night, and we tried to execute the game plan. So from a success standpoint, I would say we did our best. We just didn't succeed down the stretch, and that's going to happen sometimes in life. It's unfortunate, but there's a winner and there's a loser, and it's about how you learn and adjust and move forward from it. So I would say being over 500 this year was a success. Did we accomplish all our goals? No. But in life, sometimes you're not going to do that. You're not going to always accomplish your goals. And it's about adjusting your focus and turning the page and figuring out how you can improve and get better for the next time.
When you first got here, there was a lot of external noise surrounding Zion and the team. Obviously, this week there's been more external noise. Do you have any thoughts on that? Is it a distraction at times?
I just do my job, brother. I just show up, do my job, go home, play with my son, and be a husband to my wife, and be a son to my mom and my dad and my brother. This is a great job. I really enjoy it, but I don't get caught up in that type of stuff. It doesn't involve me. So I just stay in my lane, walk my dog, and enjoy the sunshine.
Last offseason, you signed an extension and said you wanted to lay a foundation here in New Orleans. With so much of the core in place under contract, other than injury, of course, what do you guys have to do to take that next step next season?
It's hard to say what we need to do other than injury because we played 10 games together with our core. So I would say availability is important, man. We got to be available. We got to do what we need to do, off the court in terms of preparation, in terms of getting treatment, in terms of getting the right sleep, the right type of hydration, having the right type of diet. I mean, everything has to matter to us, for everybody, 1 through 15. This is a job that is a performance-driven job, right, where, you play at night. Tonight we played a 9 o'clock game. That's mad late, right? Like, how are you preparing for a 9 o'clock game? Like, what is your regimen like? What's your schedule like? Consistently doing the small stuff, I think, will be very important for us as a team, especially for our younger guys, understanding that you have to get a routine that's consistent, and it builds consistent success. So I would say that's the first thing that we needed to do as a team in order to be able to play consistently together with everybody. If we don't do that, then I'll never have a real answer for you as to what we can accomplish because we won't be able to see it. All right, have a good one.